What really makes a game perfect? Is it the story that keeps you glued to the screen, the gameplay that hooks you for hours, or characters so real you feel like you've known them for years? Today, we're diving into 25 games that nailed every aspect, each scoring a flawless 10 out of 10. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're always in the loop for more gaming masterpieces. Ready? Let's jump into the unforgettable world of perfection. There's no denying the cultural impact of Red Dead Redemption 2. This open-world western takes you on an emotional journey with Arthur Morgan, a conflicted outlaw living in a rapidly changing America. The world is jaw-droppingly gorgeous, from the majestic mountains to the grimy swamps, and every location feels alive with wildlife, random encounters, and hidden secrets. The characters are beautifully fleshed out with complex relationships that make every decision feel weighty. From bonding with your horse to engaging in gripping heists, every element serves to deepen the player's connection to the world. The attention to detail, whether it's the evolving camp or the way your appearance changes based on your actions, sets a new bar for immersion. The gunplay, horse riding, and side quests are polished to perfection, making this a masterpiece that feels alive in every corner. Rockstar truly delivered one of the greatest gaming experiences of all time, and Red Dead Redemption 2 stands as a triumph in interactive storytelling.
Take him out!
What the hell?
There he is! Shoot his balls off!
The Witcher 3 has become the gold standard for RPGs and open-world games, and for good reason. Geralt of Rivia's journey to find Ciri takes place in a sprawling, immersive world packed with lore, side quests, and moral dilemmas. Every decision you make has consequences that ripple throughout the game, often in unexpected ways, making the player's choices feel genuinely meaningful. The combat system, with its mix of swordplay, magic, and potions, keeps you on your toes while offering flexibility in how you approach enemies. The game's plot is woven with deep political intrigue, emotional drama, and mythical elements, ensuring that no quest feels like filler. And let's not forget the two massive expansions, Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine, which feel like entire games on their own. Its rich world building, nuanced characters, and emotionally charged storylines make this game a true 10 out of 10, cementing its place as one of the greatest RPGs of all time. From Software's Elden Ring brings the challenge of Soulsborne games into an open-world format, and the results are nothing short of breathtaking. The game's vast, interconnected world is filled with haunting beauty, danger at every turn, and countless secrets waiting to be uncovered. You are the Tarnished, a warrior seeking to restore the Elden Ring's power, and the world itself feels like a living entity, full of history and mystery. What sets Elden Ring apart is its sense of freedom. Exploration is rewarded at every step, with hidden dungeons, powerful bosses, and stunning vistas that constantly surprise and challenge you. The combat is fluid and precise, rewarding patience, skill, and creativity in equal measure. The lore, co-written by George R. Martin, adds layers of depth and intrigue, pulling players deeper into the fantasy realm. Every boss fight feels like a monumental test of endurance and skill, and the thrill of victory is unmatched. This game redefines what open-world RPGs can be, and it's a shining example of From Software's mastery in game design. Breath of the Wild redefined what it means to explore an open world. In the role of Link, you awaken in a vast, beautifully designed world where every mountain, forest, and ruin invites exploration without holding your hand. The game encourages players to experiment with its physics-based mechanics, from using the environment to solve puzzles to crafting creative combat strategies. What makes Breath of the Wild truly special is its sense of freedom. Climb any surface, go anywhere, and tackle the game's dungeons or even the final boss in any order. The world feels alive, with dynamic weather, wildlife, and NPCs who react to your actions. The shrines, Korok seeds, and memories scattered across Hyrule offer hours of content beyond the main quest. The sense of wonder that fills every moment of exploration makes this game a masterpiece in open-world design. It's no wonder fans and critics alike hail it as one of the best games ever made. Larian Studios knocked it out of the park with Baldur's Gate 3, delivering an RPG that feels both epic and intimate. Based on Dungeons & Dragons, the game offers an unprecedented level of choice and consequence, allowing players to craft their own story in the sprawling world of Faerun. The characters you meet are richly developed, with personal stories that evolve based on your decisions. Combat in this game is turn-based, tactical, and deeply satisfying, with a variety of spells, abilities, and strategies to employ. But what truly makes Baldur's Gate 3 stand out is how alive the world feels. Your choices don't just affect your party, but the entire world around you. The game's narrative is complex and engaging, filled with moral gray areas and difficult decisions. Whether you're solving puzzles, engaging in deep role-playing, or fighting epic battles, Baldur's Gate 3 offers one of the most immersive RPG experiences of all time, earning its place as a perfect 10.
Ketheric is a frightening man, but you have something he doesn't. Allies worth having.
Together, we will strike down the Absolute.
Bow before me. Bow before me.
God of War 2018 took a beloved series and reimagined it into something more personal and profound. Kratos, once known for his rage, is now a father, and his relationship with his son, Atreus, is the emotional core of the game. Set against the backdrop of Norse mythology, the game tells a story of loss, redemption, and the complexities of parenthood. The combat is visceral, with Kratos' iconic Leviathan axe offering new, strategic gameplay possibilities. The world is rich with lore, and the one-shot camera technique used throughout the game creates an unbroken, immersive experience. The exploration of realms like Midgard, Alfheim, and Helheim is filled with intricate puzzles and engaging side quests that enrich the main story. With its breathtaking visuals, masterful storytelling, and deeply satisfying combat, God of War stands as one of the finest examples of how video games can blend art and action.
It is time! I will bring it down! You will kill it!
Few games have managed to capture the raw emotional intensity of The Last of Us. Set in a post-apocalyptic world overrun by a fungal infection, the story focuses on Joel and Ellie, two survivors who develop a deep bond as they journey across the country. The game excels in its storytelling, presenting moments of beauty and horror with equal weight. Naughty Dog's attention to detail is staggering, from the crumbling cities to the haunting music that underscores every scene. The gameplay blends stealth, combat, and exploration, making every encounter feel tense and life-threatening. But it's the characters that truly make this game unforgettable. Joel and Ellie's relationship evolves throughout the story, leading to a heartbreaking conclusion that leaves players questioning the nature of morality and survival. This game is a masterpiece of narrative-driven gameplay, and its legacy endures as one of the greatest stories ever told in the medium.
Ellie, run! Run!
They're coming from everywhere!
Christ!
Well, that was easier than I thought it'd be. They must be holed up somewhere else.
Bloodborne is From Software's gothic masterpiece, taking the brutal, methodical combat of the Soulsborne series and injecting it with a sense of speed and aggression. Set in the haunting, Lovecraftian city of Yharnam, the game's atmosphere is drenched in dread and mystery. As a hunter, you explore labyrinthine streets filled with grotesque monsters and eldritch horrors, all while uncovering a deep and cryptic narrative about bloodborne diseases and cosmic entities. The combat is fast-paced and relentless, encouraging players to go on the offensive rather than hide behind shields. Every weapon in Bloodborne has a unique transformation, adding layers of strategy to each encounter. The game's Chalice dungeons provide procedurally generated content that extends its replayability. With its unforgettable world, deep lore, and intense combat, Bloodborne is a perfect 10 for fans of challenging, atmospheric games. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice marked a bold departure From Software by offering a more focused, single-player experience centered around precision and timing. Set in a beautifully crafted, war-torn version of Japan during the Sengoku period, you play as Sekiro, a shinobi on a quest to rescue his kidnapped lord. What sets Sekiro apart from other Soulsborne games is its emphasis on parrying and posture breaking, making combat feel like a deadly dance where every strike counts. The game's difficulty is unforgiving, but incredibly rewarding, with boss fights that are both brutal and breathtaking. Beyond combat, the game's world is filled with hidden secrets, lore, and alternative endings, encouraging exploration and replayability. With its stunning visuals, deeply satisfying combat, and rich story rooted in loyalty and revenge, Sekiro is a masterpiece of action and design. Despite its rocky launch, Cyberpunk 2077 has grown into the game it was always meant to be. Set in the neon-drenched Night City, this open-world RPG delivers a sprawling, futuristic world where your choices matter. You play as V, a mercenary with a deadly secret, and the game offers a staggering level of customization in terms of how you approach missions, dialogue, and combat. The characters are the beating heart of Cyberpunk 2077, with Johnny Silverhand, played by Keanu Reeves, being one of the most iconic NPCs in gaming. The game's world is filled with side quests that rival the main story in quality, offering rich, branching narratives that give depth to Night City's inhabitants. The visual design is stunning, capturing the chaotic beauty of a cyberpunk dystopia, and the updated mechanics make the game a much smoother experience now. This game is a technological marvel that, despite its early flaws, has evolved into an unforgettable RPG. Uncharted 4 is a fitting and thrilling conclusion to Nathan Drake's story. The game feels like an interactive blockbuster, blending cinematic storytelling with action-packed gameplay. This time, Nathan is pulled back into a life of adventure by his long-lost brother Sam as they hunt for a pirate's treasure. Naughty Dog's expertise in crafting set-piece moments is on full display, with chase scenes, intense shootouts, and puzzles that balance perfectly with the emotional depth of the story. The game's environments are stunning, from the lush jungles to the ancient ruins, all brimming with attention to detail. What makes Uncharted 4 a perfect 10 is its ability to blend character-driven narrative with jaw-dropping action sequences, resulting in a game that's both heartfelt and exhilarating.
I'll take that. Let's cut through here.
Oh, having fun yet?
Oh, real blast.
Oh shit!
Got him! Easy steady. Come here, you.
Way to go, Sully.
Still got it.
The highly anticipated black myth Wukong has finally delivered, and it does not disappoint. Drawing inspiration from the Chinese classic Journey to the West, you play as the Destined One in a stunning action RPG that blends myth, legend, and high-octane combat. The game's visuals are nothing short of breathtaking, with Unreal Engine 5 pushing the boundaries of what's possible. The combat is fast and fluid, with the Monkey King's shape-shifting abilities adding layers of strategy and excitement to each fight. The world is filled with beautiful yet deadly environments, from serene temples to dangerous mountain peaks, each filled with mystical creatures and challenging bosses. Black Myth Wukong stands as a modern masterpiece with its blend of mythology, action, and jaw-dropping visuals, earning it a perfect 10 in every sense. Ghost of Tsushima captures the soul of feudal Japan in a way few games ever have. You play as Jin Sakai, a samurai forced to adopt the ways of the ghost to fend off the Mongol invasion of Tsushima Island. The game's open world is breathtaking, with lush forests, windswept fields, and serene temples offering a visually stunning backdrop for the game's intense sword combat. The game masterfully blends stealth and direct combat, allowing players to choose how they approach each encounter. What makes Ghost of Tsushima truly special, though, is its commitment to authenticity and honor, with the story focusing on the internal struggle between tradition and survival. The game's Kurosawa mode pays homage to classic samurai films, further cementing its place as one of the most beautiful and immersive games ever made. Insomniac's Marvel's Spider-Man delivers the definitive superhero gaming experience, with fluid web-swinging mechanics that make exploring New York City an absolute joy. The game's combat system is equally impressive, blending acrobatic moves with Spidey's gadgets to create dynamic and exciting encounters. But beyond the gameplay, it's the story that makes this game stand out. The game features a mature and heartfelt narrative that focuses on Peter Parker's double life as a hero and a regular guy. The city feels alive, with NPCs that react to Spidey's presence in side missions that add depth to the world. With its stunning visuals, satisfying combat, and emotionally resonant story, Marvel Spider-Man is a must-play for any fan of the web-slinger and open-world action games.
Door behind you, okay? Please?
Spider! Teach him to mess with me! Get him down here!
Horizon Forbidden West builds on everything that made its predecessor great, delivering a bigger, bolder, and even more beautiful open-world adventure. You once again step into the shoes of Aloy as she embarks on a journey to save humanity from a new threat. The game's world is a stunning mix of post-apocalyptic landscapes and advanced technology, filled with towering robotic creatures that require strategy and skill to defeat. The story delves deeper into the mysteries of the old world, with new characters and alliances adding depth to Aloy's journey. The combat system is more refined than ever, with new tools and weapons that make taking down enemies even more satisfying. Horizon Forbidden West is a visual and narrative feast, offering a perfect balance of exploration, combat, and storytelling that solidifies it as one of the best games of the generation. Plague Tale Requiem is an emotional roller coaster of a game that takes you deep into the heart of medieval France, blending narrative depth with tense, strategic gameplay. You follow the journey of Amicia and her younger brother Hugo as they flee from both human enemies and supernatural forces in a world plagued by disease and violence. The game excels at delivering a gripping story that explores themes of survival, family, and sacrifice. The combat and stealth mechanics have been refined since the first game, offering more options for players to approach enemies, while the puzzles keep you constantly engaged. What makes Requiem perfect is its ability to mix intense action sequences with moments of quiet reflection, creating a balance that keeps players emotionally invested. The visuals are hauntingly beautiful, and the swelling orchestral score perfectly complements the atmosphere, making it a must-play for anyone who loves story-driven adventures.
We can make it. Yes, then no rest.
Capcom's Resident Evil 4 Remake is a stunning reimagining of the original classic that revolutionized the survival horror genre. Every element of the game has been polished to perfection, from the iconic village setting to the thrilling, pulse-pounding combat. Leon Kennedy's mission to rescue the president's daughter has never looked better, with enhanced graphics that bring every dark corner and grotesque enemy to life. The over-the-shoulder shooting mechanics have been fine-tuned, making combat more responsive and satisfying. The atmosphere is thick with tension, thanks to excellent lighting and sound design that keep you on edge. With its fast-paced action, strategic resource management, and unforgettable moments, the Resident Evil 4 Remake is not just a faithful recreation of the original, but a game that stands on its own as a survival horror masterpiece. BioWare's Mass Effect 2 is one of the greatest sci-fi RPGs ever made, delivering a deeply emotional, character-driven story set in a richly crafted universe. You once again take on the role of Commander Shepard, leading a team of diverse and memorable characters on a mission to stop the mysterious collectors. The game strikes the perfect balance between intense third-person shooting mechanics and meaningful decision-making that affects the story. Each character has their own backstory and personal quest, making the stakes feel even higher as you develop relationships with your squad. The choices you make throughout the game can lead to different outcomes, and the final suicide mission is one of the most heart-pounding, nail-biting sequences in video game history. With its epic story, refined combat, and unforgettable characters, Mass Effect 2 is the epitome of a perfect 10 RPG. Nier Automata is a unique and thought-provoking experience that blends fast-paced combat with deep philosophical themes, set in a post-apocalyptic world where androids and machines battle for control of Earth. The game's story is layered and multifaceted, challenging players to think about what it means to be human. The game features multiple playthroughs, each revealing more about the world and its characters, adding layers of complexity to the narrative. Combat is fluid and stylish, with the player switching between different weapons and fighting styles on the fly. The music, composed by Kichi Okabe, is hauntingly beautiful, enhancing the game's emotional depth. The way Nier Automata plays with narrative structure and player expectations makes it a one-of-a-kind experience, earning its place as a perfect 10 for fans of action RPGs and existential storytelling alike. Batman Arkham City is the quintessential superhero game, blending an open-world Gotham with the dark, brooding atmosphere that defines the Batman universe. You play as the caped crusader using stealth, combat, and detective skills to take down some of Gotham's most notorious villains. The free-flow combat system is a work of genius, allowing you to chain together moves with fluidity and precision. The game's world is packed with side quests, collectibles, and iconic characters, making every corner of the city feel alive. What sets Arkham City apart is its deep, engrossing story, which delves into the psyche of Batman and his rogues gallery. The game perfectly captures the essence of being the Dark Knight, offering players an unforgettable experience that remains the gold standard for superhero games. Before we reveal the final 5 games on our list, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. We've still got some amazing titles coming your way, so stay tuned. Dark Souls 3 is the culmination of From Software's mastery of challenging, atmospheric action RPGs. It's a game that tests your patience, skill, and perseverance as you face off against some of the most brutal and intimidating enemies in video game history. Set in a decaying, gothic world filled with cryptic lore and hidden secrets, Dark Souls 3 excels at creating an atmosphere of dread and wonder. The combat is finely tuned, with a focus on timing, stamina management, and learning enemy patterns. Every victory feels hard-earned, and every defeat teaches you something new. The game's interconnected world design is a marvel, with each area blending seamlessly into the next, making exploration as rewarding as the combat. Dark Souls 3 is a masterpiece of difficulty and design, offering players a deeply satisfying experience that earns its perfect 10. Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain represents the peak of stealth action gameplay. Hideo Kojima's magnum opus places you in the shoes of Big Boss as you lead a private army through expansive open-world environments filled with tactical possibilities. The game's systems are incredibly deep, allowing you to approach each mission in a variety of ways, whether through stealth, guns blazing, or even using your mother base resources to call in airstrikes. The story is a complex web of betrayal, espionage, and intrigue, characteristic of the Metal Gear series. The game's attention to detail, from the weather effects that impact missions to the advanced AI of your enemies, makes every encounter feel unique. Despite some narrative controversy, The Phantom Pain offers one of the most flexible and enjoyable open-world experiences ever crafted, solidifying its status as a perfect 10. Bluepoint Games' Demon's Souls remake is a stunning reimagining of the classic that started the Soulsborne phenomenon. Every detail of the original game has been lovingly recreated, with next-gen graphics that bring the eerie, atmospheric world of Boletaria to life like never before. The gameplay remains true to the punishing but rewarding combat that fans of the series adore, while also introducing quality-of-life improvements that make the experience smoother. The world design is intricate, filled with hidden paths, shortcuts, and lore that rewards exploration. Boss fights are epic in scale and intensity, testing your reflexes and strategy at every turn. The haunting music and sound design further immerse you into this brutal, yet captivating world. Whether you're a newcomer or a veteran, Demon's Souls is a masterpiece that perfectly balances challenge and reward. Arcane Studios' Dishonored is a masterclass in player choice and freedom within a richly detailed steampunk world. You play as Corvo Attano, an assassin with supernatural abilities, seeking revenge in the city of Dunwall. What makes Dishonored stand out is its intricate level design, which allows players to tackle objectives in a variety of ways, whether through stealth, combat, or using the game's unique powers, like teleportation and time manipulation. The world of Dunwall is filled with lore, offering environmental storytelling that enhances the main narrative. Each mission feels like a sandbox of possibilities, and the choices you make influence the world around you, leading to multiple endings. With its blend of open-ended gameplay, atmospheric world building, and tight, satisfying mechanics, Dishonored is a perfect 10 for fans of immersive sims.
Let me know if you want to gamble on the house.
Few games have left a lasting impact on the gaming world like The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. Set in the cold, rugged land of Skyrim, this open-world RPG offers players an unparalleled sense of freedom. You can become a warrior, mage, thief, or even a dragonborn hero, with hundreds of quests and adventures waiting at every corner of the map. The game's world is vast and filled with dungeons, cities, and secrets that invite endless exploration. The modding community has kept the game alive for years, continually expanding its possibilities. The combat, magic, and crafting systems provide layers of depth to every encounter, while the story of the Dragonborn offers a thrilling main quest that ties everything together. Skyrim is more than just a game. It's an experience that invites players to lose themselves in its rich, immersive world, making it an undeniable 10 out of 10. And there you have it, 25 perfect 10 out of 10 games that have defined and pushed the boundaries of gaming. Each one offers something unique, whether it's story, gameplay, world design, or emotional depth. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and share your thoughts on which game you think deserves a perfect score. See you in the next video.